Hi, welcome to Leap Taken. This is Mika. Here at Leap Taken, I talk about all things witchy, law of attraction, manifesting, esoteric, and everything else in between. And today I just wanted to have a conversation about the holiday magic and basically how you're going to siphon the magic. How can you get some of that magic? So here's what I would suggest, and I'm just going to jump right into it. This is going to be a short video. Next time you're out of the shopping mall or shopping center, or you're shopping somewhere, where there's people, not just virtually, online, make sure to just kind of stop and pay attention. There's a hum. That energy is palpable. Palpable? I don't know why I struggle with that word today. I'm very good at writing words. Sometimes saying them, it doesn't work, but I can spell it. Anyway, but it's intense. The energy when you walk into the stores right now, or you go out into the stores, people are in a mode, and they have a mood of this energy, and it's a frequency right now. Some of it's a bit desperate. Some of it's a bit, we would call it throwaway energy. We don't need it. But a good bulk of it, you want some of that energy. And here's a little practice that I like to do. I like to basically, in my mind's eye, see myself siphoning some of that energy and coding it into an object, not just myself. So I would take a crystal. I would have like a green crystal, something that, represents money, something monetary. I would take a green crystal and I would, have that in my hand. Stop, sit down. There's many places to sit in the mall or something like that in the shopping center. Just take a moment and just pay attention to that hum. You don't have to close your eyes because you don't want to sit in public with your eyes closed possibly. But you can kind of look down and just have the crystal twirl in your hand and just with your mind's eye see the energy being siphoned from around you, from all those people who are spending money. Some are happy to spend it. Some can't wait to give their money away. Take some of that energy of the capitalism, of the currency, the money being exchanged, that sort of thing, and store that. Use that crystal later in any sort of manifesting work, spell work, workings, what have you, where you are attracting money, attracting abundance. If you're attracting a certain item, you want somebody to give you something, the universe, or a person, you want a new car. It's something materialistic. You want to use that crystal for the purpose of that working. Now, you don't have to use a crystal. You can use any object you want, anything that you can think of, do so. You can even use your own credit card, a working credit card. So take that energy and just hold it out. You don't hold it out like up in the air where you want somebody to come snatch it. But, it's just in your hand. And with your mind's eye, see that energy being fed into that object, that card. So that way, going forward, you are tapping into that energy and you'll be the benefit of it. You'll be shopping. You'll be able to swipe and do what you want with your, purchase what you want and have material items. This is a very targeted type of work, energy exchange that I'm talking about, because you want to siphon off that energy. There's nothing wrong with wanting nice things. There's nothing wrong with shopping and having things. So I'm pro that. I think that everything has to have some level of balance though. So you don't want to just, always be shopping and not giving and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, now's the time to take a little bit of that energy and use it for your own purposes, your own selfish purposes. You're allowed to do that. That's perfectly acceptable. You're not hurting anyone. You're not harming anyone. The energy is just there and it never dies. You're just concentrating on taking some of that and soaking that in. Now, you can also soak this into yourself. So let's say you're in the mode to shop. You have some money, but you want that. Some of us, there's such a thing called a shopper's high. When you go shopping, it's a high when you buy stuff, especially if it's on sale. Sometimes even if it's not, just the process of buying stuff can make you feel good. Now, some of us can lie, or not lie, but some of us could lie to ourselves. I'll say that. We'll lie to ourselves and say, that's not true. We don't feel that way. But yeah, most of us do. Because it would explain why people buy. Some people shop so much they buy two of the same thing, they didn't even realize it because they didn't use the first thing. Anyway, but here's a way just to tap into that energy with yourself. So you can be, now you're the object and you can kind of just, again, in this crowded place, sit there and just hear, you're purposely listening for the hum of the energy. That's how I do it anyway. Or, you know, you don't want to focus on one person or anything like that. It's more about what you don't see. And it's, you know, you can feel that energy when you're in a shopping center, and all, especially like at the height of Christmas time, right before Christmas, and people are shopping. Man, that energy is frantic, frenzied, and crazy. Get some of it. So you have to, in your mind's eye, basically feeling like it's, you know, you're taking, you're siphoning it, assigning a color. You know, if you want to have it look green, if you want to have it look like white sprinkles, you know, whatever you want, you know, lightning, however you want to see it, do that, and just with your mind's eye, see it flowing into yourself, and use it accordingly, however you want to use it in your workings. Maybe you're not even using it right now. Maybe you'll do it later. That's fine. You've siphoned the energy, you've raised some energy, and you can use it for whatever you want. But that's what I would suggest to do at this time. Instead of complaining, instead of wasting all that energy that's going on around us, that frenetic, that frantic, frenzied energy, use it, tap into it. And if you have never done anything like that and you're thinking about it, go ahead and give it a try. You'd be surprised. I prefer the object. It's a little difficult more well, you can take on that energy yourself, but I would not advise you to do that unless you're doing or working right there in the shopping center. I don't know. But yeah, put it into an object. It's stored. It's ready to go for you to use later in whatever working or something like that you're doing. So that's my suggestion. It sure beats sitting around complaining, right? About it being the long lines and it's crowded. No, tap into it. You can be a witch anytime, and there's different ways to express our witchiness. But also, I like the idea of sort of going with the flow and looking at things in a way that can kind of suit me, that might be beneficial. A little bit of mental alchemy here, instead of just focusing on the negative and, you know, how I'm uncomfortable, or, you know, time constraints because now, you know, I have so much time to do this or that. Rather than focusing on that sort of stuff, I'll try to find a positive, soak up the energy. Listen, all we have is time, right? All we have is time. You're usually standing around in line anyway, or looking at stuff. So use your time wisely if you're practicing witchcraft, or if you're practicing any type of magic, because this energy exchange that I'm talking about, it's open for all of us. Some people tap into it and they feel overstimulated after they're done shopping. You know, they took on too much. So that's why I said be careful with, you know, sort of taking in the energy. Maybe put it into an object. That's what my tips are for the crazy holiday times and shopping, on how you can kind of get through it using witchy techniques. Thank you for watching, though, seriously. And if you like the video, like it. And if you have not already subscribed, it'd be great if you go ahead and subscribe now. So thank you, and happy holidays.